next one's kind of weird.
Oh, okay. Funny.
It should be funny. It should be funny.
Okay.
Should be funny vibes.
A few moments later.
Bro, I'm scared. Welcome to the BBT podcast. I'm Becca.
And I'm Quilly.
We're friends that are just trying to be better together.
Join us to hear about what it's like to be in between Gen Z and millennial identities.
We hope you enjoyed this week's episode.
Good morning, everybody. It's morning where we are. Might be nighttime where you are. Might be 3 a.m. If you listen to us at 3 a.m., you're really cool. So we're the BBT pod. My name is Quilly.
I'm Becca.
And we are here to become better together, and you're going to come along with us. So what are we doing today?
Today we are reading Reddit posts. We're diving into the world of Reddit with each other. So how often do you go on Reddit, Quilly?
I don't go on Reddit that much, honestly. I kind of just watch a YouTube channel, and then if they mention that they have a subreddit, I might check it out. Or if there's some big news going on and it's not on Twitter and it's not whatever and it's pretty local, I check out Reddit as well. How about you?
Yeah, I usually go on Reddit for after watching a movie or a show. I like looking at other people's opinions and sometimes fan theories. I think those are really interesting. And tech support. Reddit is really good for tech support. It's oh, my computer is doing some weird thing, or I can't log into this account, something happened. Reddit is the way to go for those.
Do you have any top subreddits or most frequented subreddits, since we're not big Redditors?
I don't, but I think I mostly go on Ask Reddit, maybe. Yeah. Just the big one. I think that's the one they recommend to you when you first log in. Ask Reddit. I just use that one.
That's cool.
What else is there? I don't even know what other ones there are. Oh, Love Island.
Oh.
Been watching that. Looking through those. Oh, r/our university. I used to use that one a lot too.
Mine are kind of niche.
Really?
I frequent one more than the others called Shitty Aquariums. So we look at how people mistreat their fish, their pet fish. And then people just post pictures and videos of shitty aquariums. Usually Asian restaurants have shitty aquariums. Yeah, and Facebook Marketplace.
Shitty aquariums? That's so sad.
I know, it is. That's how I learned that I was mistreating my betta fish, and then I got a new tank.
Yeah, I guess it's educational too, to know.
So what we did was Becca and I both went on to different subreddits and found stories for each other. So we're going to read them to each other and see what we think.
Yeah.
So, I have two that are kind of long.
Me too.
Wow.
Same. Very long. Okay. Actually, I have 3, but I'm gonna ask you to choose 2 of them.
So can I choose by random?
I'm gonna give you a keyword.
Number? Oh, okay. I'm excited.
Okay, yeah.
You go first.
Okay, so we have sandwich, and then we have retail.
Oh.
And then we have catfish.
And catfish? Oh. Okay, well, for sure we know I'm going to pick catfish.
Okay, let's do catfish. This is the longest one.
Ever since our episode on catfishers, where we mentioned people messaging us on the DMs, I've been responding to some DMs on Instagram, and they're mostly Chinese catfishers, which is very interesting. Maybe we'll show them one day because I do screenshot them.
Oh, and funny story. One of them messaged Quilly, and then within the same day, messaged me.
Yeah, and then right before he messaged Becca, I asked him so how many pretty girls do you message every day? And he's like, no, what are you talking about?
Yeah.
Well, we all know they're catfish, but we want to play with them, right? Yeah.
Yeah. We'll share that another day. It's pretty funny.
Yeah, it is.
Okay, so
let's hear the story.
This is in a subreddit called r/confessions.
I like
and
that
it
one.
reads, When I was 14 to 16, I catfished a random guy online in the UK into a quasi-e relationship. I'm now friends in real life 15 years later, coincidence, with him and he doesn't know.
Wait, what's a quasi-e relationship? Is it like a lot of people?
I think it's because it's not like an actual relationship. It's just like they were talking and then they were like cute with each other, I think.
Ah, okay. I see.
I think
so
that's
now
what
they're
it is.
friends
Yeah,
and
yeah.
he doesn't know.
Yeah. I'm reading it now. Need to give a fair bit of backstory to this, but I'll try to keep it relevant. I'm a guy nearly 30 and completely straight. When I was younger, 2013 onward, I started spending most of my time online. I was a weird, nerdy kid that wasn't interested in stuff most other people were my age, and I got picked on a fair bit in school, and I didn't really have any friends to do anything with after school, so the computer and the internet became my retreat.
Nice.
I got into MMOs. I don't know what that is.
Multiplayer games online.
Ah, okay. At 12 and learned everything about catfishing. Learned about catfishing.
Uh-oh.
If you made girl characters and pretended to be a girl, then guys would white knight you and give you free stuff.
Oh, yeah, that happened.
Damn. I mean, play the game. This could be a whole other story, but I started doing this and it ended up being an obsession. For years, my entire online presence was masquerading as a girl, and I had a separate email/MSN and made up name, picture, etc.
So it like seeped into real life.
I guess so.
Because you said MSN, right? For those of you young ones out there, MSN is a messenger service that we used to use back in the day.
Mm-hmm. I had loads of friends who I basically lied to daily, flirted with, made up days worth of events, and even fake things like family deaths, funerals, good and bad news, etc. Most of the time I was posing as a 16 to 17-year-old girl, and usually the guys were similar age. Damn.
This guy's crossed the line when he said, like, the faking family deaths.
Yeah,
that's too much.
Pretty intense. As this was the early mid-2000s, mics and headsets were not commonplace, and voice chat wasn't very popular, so there wasn't as much expectation to prove anything. Mm-hmm. Very true. Confirm. So this one guy, we'll call him T from now on, I met on a game when I was about 14. I played with him for several months, speaking daily, and ended up adding him on MSN. We talked about everything. He was 16 from a different part of the UK, and I was supposedly 15, and the year below him in school. We'd confess all our secrets to each other and flirt every day. It was like one of those situations where we'd both rush home to talk to each other. Only my side was mostly a fabrication. Yeah. He wasn't a typical nerdy kid, but he had a pretty messed up, abusive family life. And despite what sounded like being fairly popular in school, he spent a lot of time on video games when he was home.
Oh, damn. No. So he's like confiding in this guy, but this guy's a fake woman. And clearly the other guy might be straight, right? And then he's talking to someone he thinks is a woman. Oh my goodness.
That's so sad. Even though it never really got sexual, things were very cutesy cringe for nearly 2 years. Talking every night, lots of flirting, hearts, kisses, etc. I went through a bit of a transitional period in life and lost contact with him. For starters, he started talking about wanting to travel to meet up when he went to uni, which freaked me out a bit. And secondly, my older brother accidentally saw some of the chats and laughed his head off, saying I had a boyfriend, etc., which embarrassed the hell out of me. I got some in real life friends and stopped coming on the PC as much, and I started gaming with people I knew in real life. and on voice chat, so my online identities were being remade as me instead, which meant I pretty quickly lost interest / phase out of using the MSN account and didn't have any other way to be reached. I kind of felt bad about this for reasons explained later.
Wow.
So, yeah. So fast forward to now, almost 15 years later, out of complete chance, I moved to a part of the UK his family lived in when we chatted, as my girlfriend lives there. This didn't really cross my mind at first, as
he's straight.
I know, he is straight.
And the other guy's straight too. Oh my god, he played him so hard!
I know, he did.
Okay,
this didn't really cross my mind at first, as it's a fairly big area and it had been a long time, and I didn't know specifically where he was from, only the general area. Me and my girlfriend went to a bit of a house party where there were a lot of random friends of friends, etc. Obviously, I had completely forgotten about this time in my life, forgotten about him and all the other people at Catfish, and at this party, I joined in with some guys having drunken fun playing Halo on Xbox, and one of them makes a comment about preferring PC controls. I get chatting to him about PC gaming, and he introduces himself as T, a friend of girlfriend's friend. Again, I didn't recall or suspect anything by this point, but when we started talking about the glory days of PC MMO gaming, he said that he played the hell out of X MMO, the one I also played. I was like, no way, and thought it was such a coincidence that we both played on the same server as well, and could both remember some of the names of some of the same popular players on that server. He started asking my character name and guild, etc., as he might remember me, but I hesitated, as I had a very female-sounding name, and I didn't want to be embarrassed by it, so I just said I couldn't remember.
Oh my. You can't not remember if you remember other people's names.
I know. At this point, I felt a cold terror wash over me as I remembered T from my childhood, and thought surely this can't be him, and that if it was, I could have nearly dropped myself into a very awkward situation had I mentioned anything that linked back to me then.
Yikes.
I had limited memory of the time, but I started probing him a bit to see if it was really him. I couldn't remember his character names, but I started asking about what he studied at uni and what his hobbies were.
Dude, bro.
Lo and behold, it was him. I was completely gobsmacked by the level of chance in play, and I desperately wanted to try and say I knew you back in the day, what a coincidence, but I really couldn't do that without exposing myself and my shame. Fast forward several months, we exchanged contacts at the party, and we are pretty decent friends now, play games and chat most days. I was still morbidly curious about his side of our past together.
Oh my god, our past together.
That he doesn't know about. That's crazy. I managed to steer the conversation in our whole group while gaming on to internet relationships, as I met and spoke to my girlfriend for a fair while online before we first met in real life. I pressed him on if he had ever had any relationships, and he said yeah, when he was younger he didn't have a great life at home, and he got super involved with a girl he met on the MMO we both played, but it tapered off and she kind of just disappeared on him, which left him quite heartbroken, as he had no way to find out where she was or ended up back then.
Wow. He's probably worried that she died or something.
I know, like something happened to her. Oh my gosh. Made me feel super bad, already ashamed of all this as it is. I think I just enjoyed the positive attention I got online as a girl when I got none at all in real life. He's a great guy, but I think this is one I'll have to take to the grave. There is no way I can even admit to something like this. After he said the above, I actually had considered getting a hold of his email and send him a fake catch-up email from said girl just to give him
for closure.
Closure? Yeah. To know where she ended up with some BS story on managing to track him down, but I quickly realized I was being a total idiot and I could open up a ridiculous can of worms or lead to more pain for him.
Yeah.
Ooh. Oh man, what are the odds that he would meet someone in real life like that?
Yo, honestly, this world is weird. Weird
Yeah,
world.
it's a very small world.
I met one of my
You
neighbors.
never know.
Yeah. So one of my neighbors from my hometown, I saw her in an elevator when I was in Shanghai.
That's
we were
crazy.
boarding the same elevator. And she did, we had no idea she was going to Shanghai. And I was like...
Like, yeah. It's like the timing, everything. Wow.
Dude, that's crazy. I can't imagine being catfished and putting actual emotions into something. And then...
I know.
Just having
I can't imagine going... Yeah, I can't imagine going that far with it. Like, he kept it going for a long time.
Right?
He made up a whole fictitious life with, like, good sides and bad sides.
And then I feel kind of bad because for the victim, obviously, because the guy he should have known he should have stopped when the guy started confiding into him his family issues.
Yeah.
Right? Because that's when you start making a deeper connection, and it's hard to just disappear on someone like that after they've confided everything to you, thinking that you're a real person.
Yeah, I know. That's when it got too far. I know having like an online identity, that's not uncommon. I know people do that. It's just like to protect their own real life identity, which is fine. But once it gets to like playing with other people's emotions, when it starts to
and making
cross
up
that
too many lies,
then it's you gotta put a halt to that.
And other people have like pseudonyms for online usage if the page is public or something like that.
For gaming or whatever too.
Exactly. But it's a problem when you're like, hey, I'm in love with you, I appreciate you, blah, 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 making them feel all like, wow, this person is so awesome, this is the one.
Oh my god, I'm like falling for this person, I have feelings for them. Yeah, then it's a little too far.
I hate catfishers, just saying. I do. And initially it sounds like the writer didn't intend for this to happen, obviously. So this one was like a mistake catfisher. But there's catfishers out there who do it on purpose.
Yeah.
I don't really know why. Well, I mean, I guess if audience members, reasons why, like maybe they're going through a hard time and they need to talk to someone. Just like the author said, he wanted attention and he wasn't getting it as a male in his circle.
Yeah. Yeah, I think it's just like... It's like, how on Halloween you dress up and you're like someone else and it's like you're another identity and it's kind of fun for like a day to be like someone else. So it might just be that appeal online to like be someone else and then have no one know anything of your past.
Yeah.
And then just like have this personality and then just see where that goes.
Like a clean slate.
Yeah, like a clean slate.
Or you can just make up
everything
scary and lie.
Think about it. Yeah. Gotta be careful out there.
It reminds me of those like cases where the husband or whatever lies about their complete life history to the wife and then he murders her.
I know. Those are so scary.
Well, Becca, thank you for sharing that. That was very fitting.
Spicy
given the
story.
Stuff that we recently talked about.
Yeah.
Okay, I also have two, and I guess I'll give you keywords for you to choose which one you want to hear first. Okay, so one of them I'm going to say is China, and the other one is sticky note.
Ooh. Let's start off with China.
All right, China it is. Yeah. So this one is my longest one.
Okay.
But okay, cool. All right, let's go. Let's start with China. This came from Today I Effed Up subreddit.
Okay.
And the original
Fun.
TIFU was actually deleted, but I got an archived post by someone else. So it was pretty long time ago. But okay, so some of you may know this one. It's a good one. All right, let's go.
Oh, it's a common one?
Yes. Well, not common, just like it was a big thing. Like it kind of blew up.
Okay, I'm ready.
So it begins like this. Well, I suppose this F up has happened today and has been happening every day for the past 17 years. About 17 years ago, my wife and I adopted a baby from an Asian American family. While we knew very little details, basically what happened with them is that we learned they were too young for children. I made very little inquiries because they seemed embarrassed / I didn't want to pry. I was just excited to have a son and couldn't have cared less about the parents' history besides their current and future well-being. So as long as they were healthy and willing to gift me with their child, I really did not go too much into their histories. This was my major F up. My wife and I chose to adopt this baby because we felt for the parents, and anyone that has been through the adoption process knows that it's much easier to get a non-white baby than it is to get a white one, which is effed up IMO, in my opinion. We wanted one now and didn't want to be on the wait list.
Oh, okay.
Wait, let me
Yikes.
try some
Oh, it's getting
ASMR.
spicy.
I'm going to go closer to the microphone. Anyway, we adopt this beautiful, loving, affectionate, and incredible baby. It's truly love at first sight for all of us. Side note here, I don't believe in love at first sight, but there's everywhere, to each their own. Around about 8 months, we start to feel a little bit of guilt about not raising him on ethnic culture, and given that we live in an area with a major Chinese population, it would be very easy to introduce him to his roots. Oh yeah, ka-ching! So for the next 17 years, we do everything we can to honor his ethnicity. We send him to a Chinese language course, and by 5, he's fluent in Mandarin and English. Bingo!
That's good.
I'm adding like random sounds. Yeah, but it is good, right?
Yeah, that's good. I respect that. Nice.
Yeah. He gets adopted by a Chinese aunt and uncle. They taught him cultural things and celebrate certain holidays and take him for dim sum every couple of weeks. We've been taking him to China every 2 years since he was 8. We weren't trying to force him to take up his culture as an other in our family, but we didn't want to rob him of it or completely whitewash him either. Very considerate.
Yeah, very good.
We try and be as PC, politically correct, as possible, and we thought we were doing the right thing. He's the best thing that's ever happened to me and my wife. There's not a day where I don't just look at him and smile warmly. I love him. Anyway,
Aww.
we are filling out his college app, so I'm like halfway through, and financial aid applications and doing that whole thing. I go to my home office and go through some files and find his old adoption records. I'm not really paying much attention to them, and then his biological parents' surnames pop up and basically punch me in the face. His parents' last name were Park and Kim.
Oh my god.
So he proceeds to say FFF, all like the full word. For those of you that do not know, those are Korean last names. My son is not Chinese. Not even a little bit. He's Korean. I suppose.
Oh my god.
Yup. I just assumed it because we live in an area on the West Coast where there's a lot of Chinese immigrants, and Chinese Americans have been living for generations and generations. I don't always assume every Asian is Chinese, but I did assume this for my son. The one that you shouldn't be assuming, bro.
Oh my god.
Now I have a 17-year-old Korean son that thinks he's Chinese. Now that I look at him, he looks incredibly Korean in comparison to all the photos of Korean men that I have just Googled. Just Googled in 17 years.
Just now.
Very square jaw,
gosh.
less hooded eyes, very broad build. None of this ever crossed my mind. I've dedicated nearly 2 decades to helping my son be close to his roots that aren't even his. I realize that I've just been effing up. I feel like a complete asshole to the nth degree. I'm that dumb, literal white pee-pee head. F. I have yet to disclose this to my son or wife. I honestly don't. Yeah, I honestly don't know. Don't even know if I will. And TLDR, assumed my son was Chinese, and I've spent his whole life playing homage to his roots. He's Korean.
Oh my gosh. I've never heard this one. That's crazy.
I saw like a post on like subtle Asian traits or something a long time ago.
That's wild.
Crazy. Bro,
Man.
just
Come
think
on,
about
look into it. Look into it a little more next time.
Park and Kim. Dude, okay.
The most
in the beginning,
typical Korean names.
Exactly. So in the beginning,
Wow.
he was describing how like he didn't look too much into the parents' like life because he didn't want to pry. Dude, this isn't even a case of not prying. This is not reading the full name of the parents of your child. Okay.
Yeah. Wait, how did he find out in the end again? How
He
did
was
he find out
applying
it was Park?
for his son's college like stuff, and then
That was the only time.
yeah.
Oh my god.
Like-
damn.
Like okay, like I get it. If your son's like parents' last names was like Lee
Yeah.
or like Chang, those could
Yeah.
be Chinese. They
Chinese.
could also be Taiwanese, etc.
Exactly.
Park and Kim.
Park and Kim are the most Korean last names. That's
Bro.
wild. Oh no, and he hasn't even told his son that. That is so sad.
I know. So this post was actually written over 6 years ago. So let's say it was 6 years ago. Okay. So if it was 6 years ago, the son is now 23.
Dang. And I hope he ended up telling him.
Yeah, I hope so too. Because I hope he doesn't go to school and be like, why are these Korean people look like me? Why do I look like this Korean guy?
Exactly.
I'm sorry.
That's
I feel bad for
wild.
you, sir.
I feel bad too. Because you already have such an identity crisis when you're adopted, right? Because you look different from your parents. Everyone is already like, you're already targeted. There's like stigma already because you're different, right?
Yeah.
You're like whitewashed, and then his parents tried so hard to make him not whitewashed, which is honestly, I applaud that part.
Yeah. Like they tried.
Yeah.
But they picked the wrong culture.
Did the wrong culture. Like, come on.
That's such
So close.
That's such a big mistake, honestly. He's like, okay, when he said like, I don't just assume all Asians are Chinese, I'm just like, please admit it, sir. You assumed your own son was Chinese.
I know. He just did. Oh,
He just did. Which is a problem, guys. Don't assume every Asian is Chinese. I know that we're Chinese.
Yeah, we're Chinese. Just, I don't think we ever talked about it, but we are.
No,
we are Chinese.
we didn't. Yeah, what did you guys think we were? I know that most of you watching know us, but what would you assume that we were? Sometimes I get, are you Filipino? I've gotten that before.
I got that when I was younger, when I was more tanned. I'm not this tan now.
Oh, me too. I'm also not as tan right now because we stay indoors all day. Not because tanning is bad. I love to be tan. Okay.
Yeah.
All y'all out there.
It was because we were outside for recess a lot more. And then as adults, you're not outside as much.
Exactly.
Especially if you work in an office. Or
where there's
whatever.
no window at all.
Exactly.
Oh, wonderful.
Yeah.
So that was that. That was the story of
that was
the
a great
Chinese
story.
Korean baby.
Thank you so much for sharing that one.
No problem. Wait, what are the other two
love that
keywords that you have that I can pick?
Oh, I want to read the other. I want to read sandwich.
Okay,
I feel like
we
this
have to
one
have
is-
sandwich.
Yeah, this one is better, I think. It's a little longer, but it's not that. It's shorter than the first one.
Okay, cool.
So this is on the subreddit r/pettyrevenge.
Oh my. Spicy already.
Very spicy, very spicy. Ask for a sandwich, get a sandwich. Yo, this is also about adoption. Hey, that's funny.
Ooh.
Okay. So since I adopted my kid, she's been having lots and lots of friends come around, and of course that means I'm getting to meet the parents. So far, I've met about 5 of Kay's friends' parents, most of which have been lovely people, and one I absolutely hate. There was another set of parents that we got off on the wrong foot. Parentheses, accidental racisms from them. And I recently had, we will say, pleasure, in quotation marks, of meeting Kay's friend Ashley's father.
Ashley's father.
Her parents are, well, yeah, let's get on with Bunny story time. Kay, I guess it's her daughter Kay, had her friend Ashley over for the night, and it makes me happy Kay has really opened up in the past few months and is growing into the confident, friendly, bubbly, joyful person. Well, the day after, I didn't know it was Ashley's Father's Day with her, so he came to my house to pick her up. The girls weren't ready to leave yet. They still had to pick Ashley's clothing up and pack. So instead of making the father wait out in the car, I told them that they will still be a few minutes and he's welcome to come inside and wait. Okay, I went ahead and tried to make the usual small talk, but instantly getting creepy vibes off this guy, mostly because the line of questioning and phrasing he was giving and using. It was a lot of, do you live here alone all by yourself?
Bro, red flags.
This is a terribly big place for such a small little girl, referring to me as a little girl. Or
wait, what?
Or should I come
she's the
to
mother,
visit
right?
you sometime? Yeah, she's a mother. Your place can use a man's touch. He basically treated my house as if it was his and just creeped on me big time. Well, this guy decided to literally tell me that, go make me a sandwich for the road.
I knew it. Okay, when you said make a sandwich, I was like, is it gonna be that? Like a guy telling a woman to make a sandwich?
Oh exactly my God. Is that. He didn't say, hey, I haven't had anything to eat yet, was not polite at all. The a-hole demanded food from a stranger he just met while waiting for his kid. I thought he was making a bad joke. I said, my English is not good. Are you making a joke? And he flat out said, no, I am hungry. Go grab me a sandwich, doll. At this point, I am pissed off. This literally is the most misogynistic man I have ever met in my life. And I was pissed off. Did I say I was pissed off? Because I was like pissed off, like pissed.
Like pissed, like PISSISED.
Yeah, with capital letters. So I did it. I put it on my friendly, submissive Asian lady smile.
I knew it. I knew she was Asian.
Yeah. And said, okay, sir. And went to the kitchen, got out some really good roast beef. It was from dinner a few days ago. And really nice French bread. And made him a nice sandwich. I did add a healthy amount of ground Szechuan peppercorns and a nice glob of ghost pepper extract sauce, white pepper, and a fine spread of minced Scotch bonnet peppers.
Yes. Let's go.
Yes. Add that on.
Yes.
Extra spicy sandwich.
Some dust from the floor, too.
Yeah, I know, and maybe some saliva too. Packed it in a baggie, and lucky the girls were ready to go as I packed the sandwich. I handed it to him with a big smile and a "Have a nice day, sir," as he walked out the door. I did immediately tell Kay to text her friend to not eat the sandwich and told her what was happening. Later that day, Ashley called Kay to say what did you do to my dad? She was cry laughing on the call, sorry. That's so funny. Edit. Just for an FYI, this was weapons grade spicy and it was smoked brisket. I used the juice from the brisket I saved to hide a lot of the spicy smell.
Oh So smart. Yeah, okay. I had a feeling. I was like, don't go there. Like, it can't be a white man hitting on an Asian woman thinking she's exotic.
It was. Yup, and submissive, and he just thought he could get his way because she wouldn't do anything about it. But no, she had other plans. I respect that.
Yeah, I hate this man so much.
Right, same. What the heck?
So mad.
Annoyed.
Asian women are fetishized. Okay, we gotta address this problem. Asian women are so...
It's bad. Because we're exotic looking. It's all over. It's all over the media.
I don't know what
you
show
see
this
it
is.
a lot in, like, I guess even now, but if you watch old films and movies, it's there a lot, and it's not hidden.
Yeah, they
It's
have
very
chopsticks
obvious.
in their hair, and they go like, honey. Ugh. And then, I don't know what show this is, but, like, some white dude was commenting on a POC, and he was like, you're so exotic. And then the other guy was like, no, like, statistically speaking, there's more Asians on this planet than whatever, and you're the one that's exotic. I was like, yeah.
Nice comeback. Let's
go. Damn, dude, I hate that
Yeah.
so much. That's so creepy. Because, like, first of all,
so
he has a
creepy.
daughter who's there, and then he's hitting on her friend's mother.
Yup.
I don't
Already
care
wrong.
if she adopted.
Already wrong.
Yeah, exactly. Like, she's like, I adopted my daughter, but that has nothing to do with it.
Exactly. Crossed the line, and then to ask for a sandwich too, on top of hitting on her.
Yeah, and when she was like,
just
I don't know what
wrong.
he's saying. Like, I don't want to make the sandwich, basically. He's like, no, make this sandwich. You make your sandwich.
Like, what authority do you have over her?
Plus a sandwich? That's all you got? You want a sandwich. Okay, if you're going to ask for something better. Like what? Dim sum? Siu mai? Hagao? Like, bro, sandwich.
I know. Come on. At least ask for something exotic.
Exactly. Not even. I just can't. If you know people like this, get the hell away from them. If you see your white friends doing this to someone, call them out. Be like, that is racist. And they're going to be like, no, I'm just appreciating culture. No, you're being racist, bitch.
I'm dead. Yeah, actually.
Alrighty.
Too many people like this.
Okay, the next one might not get us that worked up. The next one's kind of weird.
Oh, okay. Funny.
It should be
vibes?
funny. It should be funny.
Okay.
Should be funny vibes. There's 2 parts, but they're short. It's not very long.
Okay, good. Cool.
This one was posted in Legal Advice subreddit.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah. Actually, I read the other one wrong, so I said the other one was like 6 years ago. This one was actually 6 years ago. I actually don't know when the other one was, but the other one was deleted a long time ago, so probably more than 6 years. Okay. That was just a correction. All right. Let's go. It's called Post-it Notes Left in Apartment. On the 15th of April, I found a yellow post-it note in a handwriting that wasn't mine on my desk, reminding me of some errands I had to do, but told literally nobody about. While odd, I chalked it up to something I did in my sleep, thinking maybe in my half-awake state I scrawled it so it didn't appear to be my handwriting. I threw it out
scared.
and thought little of it. It's not creepy, but this is giving creepy vibes.
It's giving me creepy vibes.
All right, so that was the 15th. So now on the 19th, I found another post-it note on the back of my desk chair in the same handwriting as the previous note, telling me to make sure I saved my documents. I was freaked out, but there were no other signs of a break-in, so I set up a webcam in my house, aimed it at my desk, and used a security cam app for it to record after detecting movement. Smart. Do that. Good stuff. All right. Fast forward a couple of days. On the 28th, I woke up to find another post-it note. This one saying, "Our landlord isn't letting me talk to you, but it's important we do."
What?
I immediately checked the webcam's folder on my computer and found nothing from the night before. But my computer's recycling bin had been emptied, which I'm certain I did not do recently, indicating someone had noticed the webcam and deleted the files. Because they were just saved straight to a folder on my desktop called webcam. This is why it's in legal advice. Okay. So like 3 or 4 days later, today, on the 1st of May, I found another post-it note. This time on the outside of my door, with nothing written on it. And there also appeared to be post-its on many other doors in my apartment complex, all blank in varying colors. Alright, do I have any legal recourse here? I have no proof except for the post-it notes, but those are written by my pen and my post-it notes, so I conceivably could have faked them. Who contacting the police get me into... would contacting the police get me into any trouble? If they can't determine an outside source for this, I just want to make sure I'm not wasting anyone's time. Should I consult my landlord? Those also living in the complex? And he said an edit, or she said an edit. I pulled up a letter I received from my landlord back when I moved in, and the handwriting is identical. Could this count as evidence?
Whoa.
So this was the first part. What do you think could have happened?
I have no idea. But I don't understand why this person is even writing the notes. Like, I don't understand the reason. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Like, what is the reason?
What was the reason?
I don't understand. Because they're just putting little reminders.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. They're just reminders. And some of them are just blank.
Yeah. Like, I have there's no motive.
This one's the what actually happened is kind of wild.
Wild. Interesting.
Okay, so here's the second part, which is an update.
Okay.
Update to post-it notes left in apartment. Thanks to everyone who sent suggestions and gave advice on how to proceed. I'm just reading what he wrote, or she wrote. Especially to those who recommended a CO carbon monoxide detector. Because when I plugged one in the bedroom, it read 100 ppm, parts per million. That's a lot, bro. So, TLDR, I had CO poisoning and thought my landlord was stalking me.
Oh my god. Wait, what?
This guy could have died, this person.
Hold up. Mm-hmm. Hold up. So those were like legitimate notes from his landlord?
From himself.
From himself.
Yeah.
But he thought it was his landlord's.
Yeah.
But he actually had carbon monoxide poisoning.
Carbon monoxide poisoning.
Oh my god. That made him go like cuckoo, like delirious kind of thing.
So like signs and symptoms of carbon monoxide poisoning may include dull headache, weakness, dizziness, nausea, vomiting, shortness of breath, confusion, blurred vision, loss of consciousness. So I guess it affected his memory in this case.
That is wild.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my gosh, I didn't see that one coming at all.
Yeah.
Wow. That's a good one. That's a really good one.
So there we go.
Wow. Can you imagine? He's just like creeping himself out.
I know, it's like, where'd this come from? Why is this here? Who put it there?
And the fact that he... I'm dying at the fact that he set up a webcam.
Yeah, and the footage was gone because he deleted it himself. We don't know if it's a he, but we're gonna just say that for now. But
yeah, the person was just like, "Oh, what is this footage? Why am I recording myself?"
Exactly.
They probably looked at it and then they were like, "Why do I have this footage of myself doing this? This is so useless. I'm going to delete this."
Like,
and it's taking up so much room. I have to clear my recycling bin.
10 gigabytes of what?
It's 10 gigabytes of me? What the heck?
Yeah. So PSA, I would recommend getting a carbon monoxide detector.
Yeah. For everyone listening, it's very important.
Mm-hmm. We have one at home, and it's also useful for fires too, because fires produce carbon monoxide as a byproduct, like burning, combustion. So yeah, very useful. Get one.
Yeah. Yeah, there's no smell, so you don't know a lot of the times.
Yeah.
And that's probably why it went unnoticed. But ppm of 100, that is a very, very high. If he was there, I'm guessing he wasn't there like 100% of the time.
Yeah.
But if he was there every single day, he definitely could have died.
Exactly. Because what it does is it restricts your body from getting oxygen.
Yeah.
So it says here, as carbon monoxide levels increase and remain above 70 ppm, symptoms become more noticeable and can include headache, fatigue, and nausea. A sustained carbon monoxide concentration above 150 to 200, which means disorientation, unconscious, and death. So his was between 70 and 100. That's why he was being delirious and like stuff.
Yeah. Yeah. Damn, that's scary.
Yikes.
I'm pretty sure it's mandatory to have carbon monoxide detectors,
Oh, is
just like
it?
fire alarms. I'm pretty sure it's
That's good.
you should have it. I don't know.
Yeah, and they're really cheap too. Like they're just like little things you just plug into one of your sockets.
Wow, that's a good story. Thank you so much, Quilly,
No
for
worries.
sharing that
Thank
one.
you for yours, too.
Oh my gosh. So good.
I know, I love Reddit
Wow.
now. Where I'm gonna download the app now.
Oh,
Yo, have you been seeing Reddit ads?
Reddit ads?
Yeah.
No, I don't think so. Where have you seen them?
When I watch YouTube videos on my phone, I don't have ad block. I'm sorry. Yeah, but I don't have ad block, so the ads play, and there's always Reddit apps. It goes like, dun, 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 dun. Maybe someone will help you retire those khakis. Maybe you'll find someone to whatever, and it's all about like different types of like subreddits, and then yeah.
No way. No, I haven't gotten those yet. I'm still getting my old ads, which is Wealth Simple.
Yo, we have a friend who works at Wealth Simple, and she's so pissed when she sees those ads.
Yeah, because she gets reminded of work outside of work. So
Yeah, which is not
it's
healthy.
pretty. Yeah, it's like a constant reminder.
I've been seeing a lot of like Quest Trade. Like we're not sponsored, okay?
Me too.
And then they'd be like-
I've been seeing that one too.
Their acting is bad. They'd be like, "Are you still using Mom and Dad's guy?"
Yeah.
Hey, somebody just bought a house. If we want to move, we better get moving.
Such good acting.
Let's do an ad to end it. To end this episode, let's do an ad for our podcast.
Okay.
Do you want to do that thing where like you say one sentence and I'll follow up with one sentence?
Okay.
Okay.
What's the sentence?
Anything.
Okay. Else. Anything? Let me think.
It could be funny. This is not planned, guys.
This is not planned. I'm thinking off the top of my head what to say as my first sentence. Oh, I know one. Hey, Quilly, do you like BBT?
Hey, Becca. Of course I like BBT. What are you suggesting?
Well, have you heard of the BBT pod?
Oh my god, I haven't. Tell me more.
The BBT pod is a podcast by Becca and Quilly where they are becoming better together. BBT, one episode at a time.
That sounds amazing. Where can I hear this?
This podcast is available on YouTube, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and many other podcast platforms.
Wow, I can also watch you guys? This is so cool.
We also have a TikTok and an Instagram.
You even have TikTok? I thought you guys were millennials. That's so cool. I'm gonna download TikTok right now and follow you guys.
Yeah, and they have a new episode every other Tuesday
Every
at 7 p.m.
7 p.m.? That sounds like prime time.
Watch it while you're doing your laundry, watch it while you're cooking, or watch it on Wednesday morning, hump day. Get through the hump of the week.
Get through the hump of the week with the BBT pod. Thank you guys for listening today. We hope you have
Bye.
a good week. Bye!
Keep going.
We hope you have a good week. Wear your seatbelts. Wear your mask. We don't want a fourth wave, okay? So stay safe, guys. And stay healthy. Stay smart.
Don't catfish people and get a carbon monoxide detector. Stock up on chili peppers just in case. And
don't assume everyone is Chinese.
Oh yeah, don't assume everyone's Chinese. Perfect.
Let's go.
Let's go. Bye.
Bye.
Later. Bye.
Thank you for listening to the BBT Pod.
Our music is by our friend at soundcloud.com/MIERUKO.
See y'all next time. Bye.